Greetings, my dear friends. Today I invite you to sit with me, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually, as we gently turn our hearts toward a topic that touches every soul that walks this earth: setbacks. Have you ever found yourself discouraged when life didn't unfold the way you had hoped? Have unexpected hardships ever left you wondering, why me and why now? Setbacks can be painful. They can leave us questioning our worth, our purpose, and even the path we walk. But what if I told you that within every setback lies something far more powerful than the pain? A hidden lesson, a chance to evolve, and an invitation to fortify your spirit. Let us journey together through the timeless teachings of Buddhism, explore stories that stir the heart, and uncover practical wisdom that can help us turn even our most difficult moments into stepping stones toward a more meaningful and awakened life. Throughout this journey of being human, each one of us encounters moments of failure, sorrow, and disappointment. They often come like storms, unpredictable and fierce, rattling the foundations of our sense of security. And yet, as the darkest night always gives way to dawn, so too can our lowest points become the very light that guides us forward. The Buddha once said, "No matter how hard the past, you can always begin again." These words remind us that setbacks are not conclusions, they are crossroads, openings to a wiser and more compassionate chapter of our story. Think of a river flowing freely across the land. When it encounters an obstacle, a rock, a fallen tree, it doesn't stop, it adapts. It finds a new way forward, around it, over it, sometimes through it. This is the spirit of learning from setbacks, not giving up, but finding flow in the face of resistance. Let me share with you a story from the Buddha's life. He was once meditating peacefully with his disciples when a young man, burning with anger, approached and hurled harsh insults at him. The Buddha remained still, untouched by the aggression. Confused and frustrated, the man asked, "Why don't you respond?" The Buddha gently replied, "If someone offers you a gift and you do not accept it, to whom does it belong?" In that moment, the man realized that the anger he carried and tried to give remained his own burden. This simple yet profound teaching reveals something crucial. Setbacks, insults, pain, these do not define us, our response does. Each hardship is an invitation to practice patience, to deepen our mindfulness, and to strengthen our inner resolve. But why do setbacks feel so sharp, so unbearable? It's because they often confront our expectations. In today's world, success is glamorized and failure is hidden or shamed. We've grown attached to outcomes, certain goals, visions, dreams, and when life doesn't align, we suffer. Buddhism teaches that suffering arises from attachment. When we release that grip on how things should be, we begin to see that setbacks are not enemies, they are guides. The Buddha once said, "Peace comes from within, do not seek it without." When we turn inward, we realize that true peace isn't found in avoiding failure, but in embracing life as it is, with all its highs and lows, calm days and storms. Let me give you a metaphor, one you may already know: the lotus flower. In Buddhism, the lotus is sacred. It blooms in muddy, murky waters, yet rises above the filth, untouched, glowing in its purity. The mud, that's our suffering, our setbacks, our struggles. The lotus, that's the wisdom, resilience, and grace we cultivate by rising above. Without the mud, there is no lotus. And without setbacks, there can be no real growth. Learning from our setbacks is a skill, one that develops over time. Here are 3 practical steps to help you navigate the next challenge that comes your way. 1. Acceptance. The first and most vital step is to acknowledge what has happened. Denial prolongs suffering. When we accept our reality, even if painful, we create the space to heal and to act wisely. 2. Reflection. Ask yourself gently, what is this moment trying to teach me? What strength or wisdom can I carry forward from this? Reflection transforms pain into understanding, and that is where growth begins. 3. Action. Let your insights guide you. Take small, meaningful steps forward. Growth isn't a leap, it's a journey. One breath, one choice at a time. Let me tell you about Kisagatami, a woman whose grief overwhelmed her after losing her only child. She approached the Buddha, desperate for a remedy. He asked her to bring a mustard seed from a home untouched by death. Yeah, I don't know. The leap, like it's so stupid, but for me it's like a million times. As she visited each household, she learned that every family had known loss. Through this, she realized that grief was not hers alone. It was part of the shared human experience, and in this understanding, she found peace. Her story reminds us that we are never alone in our suffering, and that from pain, wisdom can blossom. When I first began walking the path of a monk, I struggled too. There were days of deep doubt, moments I felt utterly inadequate, unsure I could walk this path with strength. One day my teacher said, "Do not fear the storm, it teaches the tree to stand firm," and that changed everything. I began to see each setback not as a block, but as a test, an invitation to grow stronger and deeper. Mindfulness is the key to this transformation. When we stay rooted in the present moment, we can witness our pain without becoming it. We can observe emotions rise and fall like waves without drowning in them. Let me offer you a simple mindfulness practice. Close your eyes, take a slow, deep breath. As you inhale, say silently, "I welcome the lessons of this moment." As you exhale, release the tension. "I let go of resistance." Repeat this gently. In just a few minutes each day, you can reshape your relationship with struggle. The Bodhi tree beneath which the Buddha attained enlightenment endured droughts, storms, and time. It didn't become a symbol of awakening because life was easy, but because it stood tall through difficulty. In the same way, setbacks don't break us, they prepare us for greater heights. In my early monastic life, I was once tasked with carving a wooden statue of the Buddha. I rushed, wanting perfection quickly, and each time I failed. My teacher smiled and said, "A masterpiece cannot be forced. It is shaped by patience." Months passed, and the statue slowly took form. It now stands as a reminder. Setbacks, when respected, become sacred milestones on the path to mastery. As we reach the end of this reflection, I invite you to pause and look inward. What have your setbacks been trying to show you? How can you walk forward, not despite them? Remember, a setback is not the end. It is often the doorway to a deeper, wiser beginning. If this message has spoken to your heart, I warmly encourage you to subscribe to our channel. Here, we grow together in mindfulness, wisdom, and resilience. Please share this with someone who may need light in their darkest moment. And never forget, like the lotus, you were born not just to rise, but to bloom. Embrace your setbacks, for they are your stepping stones to peace, purpose, and transformation. Thank you for being here. May your journey be filled with strength, serenity, and self-discovery.